The Winston-Salem State and Livingstone game was so epic, and I wanted to take you on a journey on what it was like to be in Salisbury on February 21st, 2015. The emotions of senior night, the finality of the regular season, and a chance to win first place in the division, all of that was in the air. The pep band, they were giving it everything that they had. And I took note of the Blue Bears during the starting lineup. They seemed loose and relaxed, not stressed out about the next 40 minutes. The game, I want you to imagine it like this. It was like a heavyweight boxing match. The Rams' offense, they wanted to land big shots from the very beginning, making their presence known. Livingstone's mission, it was clear. They wanted to get the ball into the paint, dish out body blows, one lick at a time. The Winston-Salem State motto, shock and awe. Like Kevin Bazemore, he knew that every rebound, every box out would count. He was taking on an all-conference Blue Bear front court. In Livingstone, they maintained their attack on the rim. None of those points coming easy at all. Some of the points didn't come at all. The Rams' vertical athleticism was just overwhelming at times. But by the time we reached halftime, Livingstone had made more than they missed, shooting 51% from the floor, with a point guard who knew exactly where to get the ball, and a center who had the nose for being the cleanup man. As the teams exchanged buckets, I made it up in my mind shooting the game that this would be decided at the final buzzer. I felt that every fan was wincing at every missed shot, and felt this big burst of joy for every defensive save. Even the coach, completely beside himself on those 50-50 calls that didn't go their way. And yet it still wasn't even halftime yet. The bell rang on the opening rounds with one last uppercut from the Rams. Bazemore rebounds. He runs the floor, evading 3 defenders and a ticking clock. The scorecard reading 37-36, Winston-Salem State over Livingstone, halfway through. The Blue Bears were able to push ahead by 5 points in the first 5 minutes of the second half. And suddenly, it just seemed as if the ball was simply not going to fall for the Rams, while Livingstone had just the right touch. But the Rams maintained their composure, getting 3 the hard way, and falling back to their deep perimeter shots to get back into the lead. And this game was right back on track to being decided at the end, or so it seemed. And all of a sudden, I mean out of nowhere, the Rams landed a shot that staggered the Blue Bears. And then another shot. Uppercut. Overhand right. The small slice of Winston-Salem State fans had taken over the gym. A 19-0 run had blown this game wide open. I was thinking in that moment that the final score was just simply not going to indicate how close this game actually was. So I started shooting cutaways of distraught Livingstone fans, thinking this was the end of the story. Let me catch these sad faces, because there was only 8 minutes to go. This game was over. And then, as hot as they were, the Rams suddenly went ice cold. There were turnovers, fouls, really bad fouls. And 19 was suddenly down to 8 with a clock that seemed to be moving very, very slowly. But you know, we've all seen this play out before. Mistakes compound and multiply. The home team, they feed off the energy and they surge ahead. And this game was going by script, but no way. I mean, no way could these guys erase a 19-point deficit and win. Surely Livingstone would punch themselves out and just run out of gas with not enough time left. Right? Well, as the surge continued, for the first time all game long, the moment seemed larger than the man. Emotional decisions, often bad ones. The pressure of losing that lead was starting to show. The Blue Bears and their crowd were literally engulfing the visitors from Winston-Salem. Literally. The shot simply stopped falling for the Rams, and the Blue Bears maintained their strategy, get as close to the rim as possible. They shot 51% from the floor for the entire game. Yes, this game would come down to the end after all. But this is a veteran team with experience, and the Warrior put his team on his back. A 4-point lead with 2 minutes to go for Winston-Salem State. Tension was at a critical mass. Every call from this point swung the emotions of the opposing fan bases. And the Rams began to tighten up completely. In the final 2 minutes, Livingstone surged ahead, completely digging themselves out of the 19-point hole with just 43 seconds remaining. Like a staggering heavyweight in the final rounds, Winston-Salem State going for one last knockout blow that might steal the victory back, but a swing and a miss. But hold on, down by 2, less than 10 seconds to go, the Rams not through yet. Bazemore would go to the line, a chance to tie the game with free throws. Battle-tested he is, calm and collected he seems. The first shot, just an inch too long. I imagine that his mindset was, no problem, I'll miss the second one on purpose, get the rebound myself. I didn't doubt his capabilities to do so, but Hakeem Jackson had been cleaning up all night long, and he was not going to let this ball get past him. But yet still it wasn't over. After splitting a pair of free throws, there were still 6.9 seconds left, and one more shot. Actually 2 shots, but they don't fall. It was over. An instant classic. An epic showdown between two of the best. The Blue Bears won the scoreboard, but both teams won my thanks and the thanks of all the fans who were there to witness it. A game we'll never forget. The regular season is now over. The tournament begins. I'm Tolly Carr, HBCU Game Day.